Hello, hello. Welcome back to the podcast. This is Haley, and you are listening to Weight Loss Without Dieting. And today's episode, the billion-dollar diet industry does not want you to know these 7 secrets that I'm going to share with you. So, these are going to help you get lose weight in a way that feels good, no dieting, no restricting, and actually just end your weight struggle forever. The diet industry stands to benefit if you always struggle with your weight. Okay? If you lose the weight and like you're done, then the diet industry ceases to exist. So these are the things that they're covering up that they don't want you to know about so that you're always buying into their products. All right? This is going to be a really good episode. First, if you have not gone and downloaded my freebie, you need to go do that right now. This is for those times of day when, you're really stressed out and like there's a plate of brownies in the break room. You know it's going to solve all your problems. And at the same time, you're like, I really want to lose weight. I want to feel like control of when I have brownies and not like the brownies are controlling me or I brownies are the only way that I can deal with my stress. So this was me for a long time. This is my clients. And this worksheet is going to help you feel prepared for those times. That's specifically what it's designed to do. This is something that all of my paying clients get that I work on with them. And it really helps them manage their cravings and get through them in a way that feels good, it feels productive, and it leads them to a place where they can manage their weight long term and like actually be done with their weight struggle. Like they just hit their goal weight and they're done. They get to walk away. They don't need me anymore and they don't need my program anymore. That's the goal of weight loss. So that freebie, I was starting to like get into the podcast. That freebie is at bit.ly, that's bit.ly /craving sheet. That's just one S. So it's craving sheet, one S. And I'm going to put the link in the show notes or below. So you can go ahead and click that and download that for yourself. It's super helpful. So on to these 7 secrets that the diet industry doesn't want you to know. First and foremost, diets are not the answer. Okay. So think about it this way. If diets were the answer, then weight wouldn't be a problem anymore. Like we wouldn't have, as a society, a huge weight issue. If diets worked, nobody would be overweight. It would have ended as soon as the first diet came out. But it's not true. They're perpetuating the problem for a reason. And sometimes I say this here or like to my clients, but my goal is for all of my clients, anyone that works with me, anyone that's even just listening to this podcast, to not need me forever. Okay? You get to like lose your weight, hit your goal weight, feel like you've actually resolved the reason that you were overeating, not weighing what you wanted, feel like you've resolved that, and you get to be done and walk away and go think about other things. When it comes to the diet industry, though, that is their business. Like their business is to keep you using their product so that you never reach your goal weight. You're always stuck in that cycle and never really getting anywhere. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for anybody that struggles with their weight. So if you like think about it that way, diets are not the answer. You need something deeper. You need something more real than here's a list of foods that you can and can't eat. Here's a number of points that you should be counting every day. It doesn't work like that. It's a lot deeper issue that you have to kind of use some other tools in order to resolve. And once you resolve those, you're done. You get to walk away. So one of my clients, Kathy, I don't know how many months she worked with me, maybe 6 months, and she quit the program. She's like, I'm done. I lost my 50 pounds. Okay, I hit my goal weight. I feel like this is never going to be an issue for me ever again. Bye. And I was like, bye, have a nice life. Like, that's what I want for you, not what the diet industry wants for you. Okay, number two, random people on the internet do not know more about how much and what you should be eating than you and your body do. This is one of the reasons why I never talk about this is what you should be eating, this is what you can't eat, this is how much you should be eating. I rarely give specific blanket diet advice here because how should I know more than you and your body? I was talking to one of my clients recently and she was like, I think dairy just doesn't feel good for me. Like I think that that's a real issue. Like I'm struggling to digest it. I get stomach aches when I eat it. And then she was kind of like, and so what else should I be eating? And I was like, the reason that I'm not going to tell you what else you should be eating right now is because what if I told you you just you have like dairy is good for you. Like you do need to have it. I don't care what your stomach tells you. You need to just eat the like I can't just give that blanket advice and not without asking you and your body. You need to discover what works for you, what feels good for you, what gives you the energy that you want, what leaves you feeling like you can tackle the rest of your day and not pass out at your desk. Those are the important things. So, random people just telling you you need to eat these foods, you need to not eat these foods, you need to eat this many calories, they don't know. You, instead of listening to all of this stuff from other people, start asking yourself good questions. The secret is you already know, your body knows what you should be eating. What you need is a coach to show you how to figure out what that is and the path to eating those foods consistently. Okay. Number three, if you don't weigh what you want, it's because your primitive brain is making food decisions for you from a place of survival mode. So there's this kind of old part of our brain that we have, and it's called the primitive brain. I refer to it as that a lot of times. And it's always like just trying to survive. It's like we got to find food, we got to find shelter, we got to get out of pain and into pleasure. And what it's done is it's been like on overdrive for so long, it's making all of your food decisions. And you don't know how to get into your human brain. That's the part of your brain that sets you apart from all of the rest of the animal kingdom. You don't know how to get that part of your brain, the part of your brain that wants to lose weight and wants to feel good, wants to have energy to play with your grandkids and can fit into those clothes in the back of your closet. We want that part of your brain making your food decisions. You're not doing that right now. But that is a huge shift when it comes to losing weight and when it comes to feeling really in control of what's going in your mouth. And I'll be damned if anybody in the diet industry is talking about your brain and what your brain's doing. They're not at all. Number four, you have to use your human brain, your prefrontal cortex, to make food decisions. So I kind of just said this in number three, but if you have to get out of that survival mode and into your human brain, your prefrontal cortex, to make good food decisions that are going to benefit your weight. When you can tap into the part of your brain that has the ability to plan ahead and set goals, that wants to lose weight, then you can make food decisions that are going to have the scale dropping really, really quickly. And it still feels effortless. It feels like you're in control. It doesn't feel like all that pressure and stress and willpower. That is also coming from survival mode, and it's not fun. Number five, plan for the times when your brain will tell you to eat all the food or eat this junk food instead of pretending like it's not going to happen today. This is a huge mistake that you are probably making. So let's say last night you ate a huge, like a giant bag of chips on the couch, and you have been doing that every night for the past 10 years. And then every morning you wake up and you're like, that was the last time. I'm not doing that tonight. No matter what, I'm not going to do that tonight. And then, but like, okay, I lost my train of thought. That was such a long pause. Um, but when you handle it that way, you don't stop eating the chips on the couch at night. You perpetuate that because you refuse to look at why you're eating chips on the couch every night. Knowing better is not enough. All of my clients know better. None of them come to me weighing what they want. Knowing better is not helpful. And ignoring the problem is not helpful. I know it can feel really shameful and you feel a ton of regret about the fact that you did it or that you've been doing it for the last 10 years. But you have to look at it. You have to start asking yourself really good questions and start making a plan for it. Like, okay, tonight, for sure, without a doubt, I'm going to want to eat chips on the couch because I've been doing it. So I'm going to want to do it again. How am I going to handle it? And that's actually, by the way, what that freebie is. Like it helps you make that plan. It helps you figure out this is what I'm going to do tonight when I want to eat chips on the couch. Making a plan of action. It's forcing you to take a look at those problem times. It can be chips on the couch at night, it can be brownies in the break room, it can be, you know, milkshake drive-throughs on your way home from work. Whatever it is for you. It's those problem times that you really need to look at and make a plan for so that you can start to see some success and break down those barriers from you losing weight. Number 6, how you lose weight is how you're going to keep it off. Okay? So if you lose it by restricting and dieting, then you are going to have to continue to do that for the rest of your life to keep the weight off. Ask yourself if you want to live your life like in the way that you're planning to lose the weight. What kind of relationship do you want to have from with food in your body when you get there? So if you have already lost the weight, like envision that you've already lost the weight. And now when you're there, having lost the weight, what is your relationship with food like? What is your relationship with your body like? What kinds of things do you say to yourself? What is getting dressed in the morning like? Now we got to reverse engineer that. We got to start thinking those things right now. Does that make sense? So, how we lose it is how we're going to be when we get there. So, if you have an idea of what you want when you get there, start doing that right now. Number 7, your mindset is so powerful for weight loss. You have to tap into it. You cannot overlook your mindset. No diets are teaching mindset. They're teaching lists of foods, lists of numbers to count. They are not teaching everything that prerequisites actions that you take. Everything that you eat is an action. And so there's a thought and emotion that comes before you taking that action. We got to start focusing on those things in order to lose weight in a way that feels good, that feels effortless. What you think about shows up in your life. If you're thinking weight loss is hard and I'm not capable of losing weight, or I'm not capable of not wanting to eat ice cream every night anymore, you're never going to be able to stop self-sabotaging. You're always going to be doing that. That's what you're going to get in your life. So you have to start thinking different things. You have to flip those things on their head. How can you start believing in yourself? And then repeat that over and over and over again until you see the scale moving down. Okay, that's what I've got for you today. Don't forget, go download that freebie, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.